Hello there, folks. How are y'all? This is Will, KMac Vintage. What y'all think about my new intro? That was made by my friend Mark. He does some nice, amazing work sometimes. Well, all the time. He does some pretty good production work. Um, I have some other ones that he made for me too that you'll see coming up soon. So anyway, um, wanted to do something nice, something islandy, island-wise to make it look a bit nice. Living on a little tropical island is kind of fun. So to have a beach scene there is kind of nice, right? Anyway. So, what am I working on? Today I received my JLC PCB order. Uh, that is of these. These are the new Universal 8 megabyte ROMs. Universal being that they have all this extra circuitry here to auto sense if it is in a Quadra um, type machine, being a Quadra Performer or a LC, like a LC 475 or 575 and so forth, and a Quadra, and if it's in like a Mac 2 family, which is the standard previous ROMs, like this 8 megabyte or this, that's 8 also, or this 4 megabyte version here. This is just a normal 4 megabyte ROM that will work in the Mac 2 family and the SE and so forth. This is the same as what the ROMMate is. This is the ROMMate, but this is a 2 megabyte. Um, so 2, 4, 8. We did have the 2s, but it's just not worth it having the 2 because it's such a small size. You can't do much with it. So then we have the 4 and the 8. Oh, that reminded me of something. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so anyway, um, yeah, so these are the ROMs. Now, they can still be programmed with the, um, this is the version 2, the ROM Simm programmer. This is the ROMMate that we sell on our website, and I just finished making 6 more of them, so some more will be available. This works with the software created by Doug Brown. This is based on his original design, version 1, and he helped us create version 2, which goes from a board that looks like this, okay, which basically, forget about this piece. This piece was removed, so that was version 1. I had a lot more chips on it and that, and was a lot slower. And with an MCU, that's very hard to find. This is a more modern MCU, very fast. Got rid of most of the chips. It just has some capacitors and resistors there, and that's it. So, and the software is amazing. So these new universals, the 8 and the 4, can be programmed with this. The 4s will also be able to be programmed within the machine with the software that's going to be coming out soon. It's an original Apple software, but Doug Brown has actually hacked it and is going to make it work with these universal ROMs. But the drawback is that that software in the system will not work with an 8. Okay, it has a limitation right now of 4 megabytes only. Hence why we make the 4s and the 8s. Then there's another little device coming out that is a special board, special card that you will put into your PDS slot on some machines, and using that same software, you can program ROM Simms inside the machine. Not the ROM for the machine itself, but a different Simm. Okay, so then you can use a Mac like that to program ROMs instead of this. Okay, so that's the nice thing. That card coming soon. So anyway, um, so let's build some ROMs, shall we? Let's take a look at the scope view. Uh, what do we have to build here? We have to put onto this board here. We have to put on this chip here, and then we got to put on 4 ROM chips. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 ROM chips to put on, and this is a multiplexer switch chip that we got to put on. Okay, but I like to put on the ROM first because of how close. Well, with this one it doesn't matter because the other one, the fours were slightly different position. Um, but anyway, let's go ahead and put one on here anyway, and we can see how it goes. Now I'm gonna zoom in some more because I like to see it better. And let me give you good focus there. Now this is gonna require quite a bit of flux. Ooh, that was hot. That was hot. That was hot. That was hot. My finger touched a very hot soldering iron. Okay, so all I do now is dry the solder, but I need to add some more flux to this. My flux disappeared on me. Flux went under the chip. Okay, see, I don't have any bridges. Nice and pretty. And throw some more flux on this side also. Take my time and make sure I get each pin. Nice and pretty. Okay. I'm just trying this one first. Maybe I should put on the smaller chip first and see how little bit of space I have after I put on this big one. My dot. Okay, my line is long over there, so pin one's gonna go there. So it's gonna go on like this. Yeah, I think next time I'm gonna put on this chip first. Okay. We're good with that. Let's do chip 2. I'll get rid of that bridge later. Right now I just want to get this secure. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm a bit tired tonight. Maybe I'll go to bed a bit early tonight instead of midnight. Okay. That one is totally on. That side is totally on. Let's go on to the next one. See, that's all this is. Just putting on 5 chips. Oh, you're gonna see me tack that one on. Alright, let's see if you can see me tack this one on. Okay. Okay, no bridges. Everything there looks good. One pin only. Turn it around, get the other side. Get one pin over here. And I'll drag solder the rest. And then we come to this side. I'm going to pick up a little bit of solder. Making a little mess there. That's what happens when you don't have enough flux. Okay, so first one is done. Let me give this a little bit of cleaning. Let's see how we look. I don't have bridges, so that's the... I'm making sure all the pins look good soldered. Okay, we're gonna try this. Oh, I know my bench here is gonna look like a mess. Let me see if I can add my screen. I've never tried this yet. You can see what I'm doing. You see, there it is. I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna turn it on, and we see that this light went on. So with that light on, it's in SE30 mode or Mac 2 family mode. My chips are getting hot. So let's go to the screen 2 here. All right, sorry about that. I also had to add my microphone to this new scene that I made. Anyway, this is the ROM Simm programmer software. It's now come up. It is identified as so if I go to here, identify chips. Oh, sorry, I can't do it from there. I gotta do it from the software down here. So it's gonna come up, and you can see that it has identified each 4 of the chips, which is correct. This is an 8 megabyte SIM. It's 4 16 megabit TSOP chips. And so now this here should have automatically changed. The other thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to do an actually electrical test. And this passes. That means I don't have any bridges on this SIM. If I had a bridge, it would tell me exactly. It would tell me almost about where the bridge is. Okay, so we are very good here. This SIM is good. Um, can I write something to it? Let me see if I have something that I can write to it. Yeah, I can. Let me see if I can write this ROM to it. Oh, I'm dragging it to the wrong thing. Okay, so now that is there, you see. So then I can click Do Not Verify. Well, we can verify while writing. Let's write the sim. Oh, it's telling me that sim is too big. But that's okay. Well then let's take this one. Okay, there it goes. So if we look at the software there, if we look at the board here, that light is still green. On this, you can see now this is busy writing. See, we go back to here now, it's writing. So this is the universal ROM, okay? So on a Mac 2 family SE30 and that, the LED will be on. And a Quadra LC Performa, it will not be on. So we have one made. You all saw that it really doesn't take that much time. Almost done. This is an 8 megabyte, so it does take quite a bit longer. Okay. So now that is on there. I can go to here, read sim. We can verify this ROM. It's gonna do a quick read of it. It needs to read the whole ROM for it to analyze what type of ROM it is. Okay, so it then tells me to checksum and this ROM doesn't match. However, it appears to be a patched ROM, so it's normally for checksum not to match. According to the ROM header, it's a 512 kilobyte ROM, which is correct. This is a ROM for. I used the SE30 base ROM. Matter of fact, I think this is the Big Mess of Wires base ROM that's in here. Okay, so we see where this works. Now I'm gonna write a different file. I'm gonna send a different file to this ROM because I need to blank it out. I have a ROM here. I have a oops. Yeah, it's a blank ROM. We can see it's blank. This time I'm not gonna write. I'm not gonna verify. If I don't verify, it goes a lot faster. Okay, so it is a little bit faster writing without having to verify. Now, I'm not going to bore you with making all of these online. I just wanted to make one, maybe two. I think we'll just leave it at one and make this a short video. Okay, it's almost done writing. Okay, we can go to read. Let's just verify and see what it says. Reading is real quick. Okay, yeah, you see, there's nothing in it. It's a blank ROM. It's blank. I filled it with actually garbage, with just emptiness. Okay, so we have now seen how this works. So now I can turn it off. This LED is power. The one over here is when it is reading, when it's writing, and so forth. And this is the one that tells the ROM that it's in the SC30 mode or from Mac 2 family mode. Turn this off. Now I can take this ROM out. I'm done with the programmer. Okay, so that's how we make one of these ROMs. Let me bring this screen back down. Okay, so that's how we make a universal 8 megabyte ROM. It's just the 4 ROM chips to put on, and they're not that difficult to put on, and the one switch chip that we got to put on, because I have to put that on because JLC PCB fabrication did not have that chip, so I had to buy those separate. Here they are for me to put on the board. So one is done. I will sit here and I'll make a bunch more tonight, but right now I'm gonna go get a drink and I'm gonna end this video. So if you all enjoyed this video, please
smash that like button. Smash it good.
Okay. All right, so that's another one of the little intro videos that my friend Mark made. Not the best, but it will do for now. He's busy learning too how to use his system. So anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Hope this helped you with the universal ROMs. Now, what I am doing is I'm making them here. I'm hoping by Monday I can ship out a package to Jake up in North Carolina. Once he gets them, I'll add them to the store, and then they'll be available. The 4 megabytes are already on the store, so they are there. I might make some more to send him, because the 4 megabytes are the ones that are going to be, you're going to be able to flash and program from within a Mac, which is something that was never meant out for the general public. It was something behind closed doors for Apple only. But my team is working on it together with Doug Brown. We're working on that. So anyway, I have a bunch more of these to build. I think I bought 40 boards, so, and I have enough chips to make, I have enough of these to make 40, and I have enough memory chips to make all of them. So I have a long way to go. So anyway, comments appreciated. Where can you find me? kmacvintage.com. That's where the shop is, the coffee site also. Donations are accepted on the coffee site. You can also sign up and donate monthly, $1, $5, $10, whatever you wish. All of those things. I don't have anything special right now for the members in that. Hopefully I will get something soon. And then I use that money to buy things for the channel, like flux and solder and wick and things like actually that. So you can find me on KMac Vintage on Twix, Twitter, or X, whichever one you want to call it today. And on Blue Sky, it's also KMac Vintage. Facebook, I created one, but I don't think I'm going to do anything with it. So anyway, but thank you for watching, folks. And this is the Universal ROM, the 8 megabyte. This will be replacing. Once we sell out of the base ROM, we will not make any more of those, and it'll just be the Universal, which can work in any machine. So it makes a lot more sense to just have one product, a 4 and an 8, that can work in all machines. So thank you for watching, folks. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.